You wake up on a planet made of solid lead. Every atom of rock and iron is replaced by heavy gray metal. Your feet feel heavy, then the atmosphere decides to push back. Gravity has just doubled. Your skeleton begins to protest immediately. Weight is a cruel mistress. A 180-pound person now weighs 360. Knees buckle. Lungs struggle to expand against the crushing weight of the air. This isn't just a bad gym day. The entire surface of the planet is now a giant leaden anvil. Every step feels like carrying a refrigerator on your back. Your heart beats faster to move blood against the downward pull. Lead is twice as dense as the average Earth material. This mass increase creates a gravitational nightmare. The planet doesn't just pull harder, it compresses. The atmosphere is crushed into a thin, super-dense layer of gas. Oxygen molecules are packed so tightly they behave like a liquid. This dense air creates massive friction. Simple movement generates heat. Walking becomes a thermal event. The pressure at sea level is now enough to turn your soft tissues into a dense paste. You are essentially a human pancake. The horizon curves differently. Space is still there, but getting back to it requires a rocket the size of a mountain. Gravity has won. On the bright side, your jewelry is now worthless. Gold is denser than lead, but in a world of lead, the market for heavy metals has completely crashed. You are broke, crushed, and probably leaking fluid from your ears. This is a suboptimal Tuesday. Internal pressure becomes the new problem. Lead is soft, but at the center of a planet, soft becomes irrelevant. The immense weight of the outer layers crushes the core into a degenerate state. This compression generates staggering amounts of heat. The planet isn't just heavy, it is glowing. Molten lead oceans erupt through the crust in violent silver geysers. These metallic volcanoes don't spew ash, they spray liquid metal at supersonic speeds. The surface becomes a shimmering, white-hot wasteland. Any remaining buildings are flattened into silver wafers. The crust fails because lead lacks the structural rigidity of silicate rock. The Earth is no longer a sphere. It is a wobbling, molten blob of heavy metal slowly collapsing under its own arrogance. Your pancake remains are now vaporized. The moon is the next victim. The doubled mass of Earth creates a massive gravitational tug. The lunar orbit decays rapidly. The moon is dragged inward, accelerating toward the silver death ball. As it crosses the Roche limit, the Earth's tidal forces tear the moon apart. This isn't a clean break. The moon is shredded into a trillion fragments of lunar rock. These pieces form a shimmering ring of debris around the lead planet. These rings aren't pretty. They are a rain of kinetic missiles. Each fragment hits the lead surface with the energy of 1,000 nuclear bombs. The constant bombardment keeps the lead surface in a state of perpetual liquid agitation. The planet is now a glowing, ringing bell of molten metal. This process generates enough heat to strip away what's left of the atmosphere. Space is now a vacuum filled with floating lead droplets and moon dust. The solar system has a new, very heavy ornament. The sun feels the change. While the Earth's mass is small compared to a star, the shift in the center of mass alters the orbital dance. The Earth's orbit becomes slightly more eccentric. This causes wild temperature swings. Every few years, the lead planet swings closer to the sun, boiling its metallic oceans into lead vapor. The planet develops a shimmering, toxic atmosphere of gaseous lead. When it swings away, the vapor freezes into heavy metallic snow. Great sheets of lead ice miles thick cover the surface. Then the gravity of Jupiter notices. The lead Earth is now a significant gravitational actor. It begins to tug on the asteroid belt. Thousands of space rocks are diverted from their paths. They swarm toward the lead planet like moths to a flame. Each collision adds more mass. Each impact triggers a planetary-scale shockwave that ripples through the molten interior. The planet is now a chaotic symphony of collisions and collapses. It is a shimmering, screaming ball of heavy metal vibrating with the energy of 1 billion impacts. The universe does not like this. Physics is actively trying to delete the lead Earth from the record. Eventually, the planet reaches a critical mass. It doesn't become a black hole. It just becomes an incredibly dense, perfectly spherical ball of lead and captured asteroids. All life is gone. All history is erased. The only thing remaining is a silent silver tomb drifting through the void. It is the most expensive paperweight in the history of the galaxy. A trillion tons of lead doing absolutely nothing for anyone. Unfortunately, the Intergalactic Zoning Commission finds this unacceptable. A lead planet of this size violates the local mass density ordinance. The universe issues a formal citation. Since there is no one left to pay the fine, the ticket remains unpaid forever. Now that we have a lead planet, what happens if we make the sun out of cotton candy? Subscribe to the What If Club for more terrible ideas.